Well, hello there, Capricorn. Welcome to Pirate Readings. I'm Lady J, and I'm here to talk to you about what is going on in May. We're going to do the overview, which means we'll have 4 columns and then 3 rows of cards, all talking about where you are, what's blocking, what your solution is for each of the weeks, and then we'll go in depth at the very end on the very first week. All right? So that's kind of what's going on here. But I have a couple of messages for you from my better angels. My better angels are telling me that we need to be better prepared for every little thing that's coming down the pike in May. So everything that was topsy-turvy in April isn't quite settled yet. So we need to be physically, financially, and emotionally prepared for whatever's going down, okay? So could be physical stuff, could be financial, or otherwise. So just be aware and pay attention, all right? The other message I have is that we need to remain a little humble, right? And take everything as it comes, but we don't need to get all puffed up about how awesome we are in the moment. Read the room, double check and verify that the people you're with would be supportive of you if you wanted to be your own personal cheerleader in that moment, or you could just let it go. You might find that some folks can't relate, so they wouldn't understand what you were talking about anyhow, all right? So, final message, we're going to talk about how we can think things into being positive outcomes, all right? So we are going to create our positive outcomes at home or at work by envisioning it happening exactly as we want it to, letting the universe know what we're thinking, and we're going to push that out in the universe, and then we're going to hope for the best, as well as realize that when we get more people working on the same vision, we can group think things into positive outcomes. That could be a global experience. When we pray peace, when we are on a prayer chain, same idea. Everyone's putting positive vibes towards one ideal goal. So keep that in mind. And let's get into what's going on here. First, Capricorn, we're going to go ahead and light the candle. This is from Weedy Wicks, which is a funny name for a candle company, but they indeed have made this beautiful candle, and it's called Naughty, which is kind of apropos, don't you think? Yes, I think it's quite appropriate for you at Capricorn. So we have this naughty little candle. We're going to put it down right here. Quite lovely. And indeed, let us go ahead and pull some cards and get things going. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get your guiding card for the month, which will be this card here. We'll pull a card from this deck. It is a beaut. Earthly Souls, Moon Oracle. What do we have for Capricorn for the month? We'll revisit this card every... Oh, wait, right there. So, every week this month we will discuss this card because it is your theme. It is the thing that we will be working towards throughout the month. All right. Beautiful, beautiful. You're going to be working towards making everything around you beautiful. Seems rather esoteric, but at the same time, that can be really nice. You know, when we create beauty, we create calm, we create joy, we create camaraderie, people coming together, either to see what you've created or to help create it. It's all so wonderful. So this is beautiful, and I love that you're working towards it. Ta-da! Perfect. Well done, Capricorn. I am going to get you a mystery card. We used this deck for the mystery card last month, and this month we're using this card, this deck, which is called Wisdom of the Oracle. And what do we have for Capricorn? Oh, we want that little hidden card. Boop, right there. All right. We'll set it right there. We'll get to it at the end of the reading. It'll help close things up and make sure that we're on the right track. All right, we'll set those over there. Now, we're going to use this beautiful pirate deck. Oh my goodness, they're so fun, right? We only got to see like one a week, so you saw 4 of these cards or 5 of these cards last month. This month, you're going to see a lot of them. We're going to get 3 a week, so that is super cool, right? Let us see what came up for you. You need to scooch. All right. The first row is where we are. Second row is what's blocking us. And the third row is our solution. All right. So very cool. Aren't these fun? They're very piratey. I'm a big fan of the piratiness of these cards. Super cool. All right, so we'll set these aside. And let us talk now about, this is the 4 weeks, right? And we're going to go in depth on the first week at the very end of this reading. So this is the 4th through the 10th of May. You have the 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords is showing me that you are in a position this week to step up and take charge of a situation, although you're telling yourself, no, I don't want to be in charge of anything. But yeah, you're going to need to be in charge of it anyway. You're better prepared than anybody because you've actually gone through these things before. You just really hated it. But you are the best choice. Just take their advice. Go ahead and do it anyway, okay? I know you don't want to, do it anyway. The thing that will block you this week will be family gatherings. So if you need to get together with your family while you're in the middle of a project, you're like, oh, I don't know if I don't have time for this. Work it out one way or another. We will find out more at the end of this thing how you're supposed to work that out, okay? The 7 of Cups is showing that you have options and possibilities. Oh, nice. So you might be able to re-coordinate the situation with your family where I'll see you the day after instead of this day. Or you may be able to work out a long lunch or something like that. So one way or another, you're gonna fix this situation one way or t'other. If it doesn't go toward your dreams and goals, don't bother with it, okay? But if it does go toward your dreams and goals to be a part of and be in connection with your family and all that, you'll find a way to make it work and do what works, what's most important first, okay? And then worry about the rest later, all right? So this is great. I love that you have options and possibilities, especially when we're talking about your power too. So this could be more about work than it is about your family. So fun. Excellent. Now, the next week over, Capricorn, we have the 11th through the 17th. You have the 6 of Cups. Huzzah! You're in a position to give from your heart. You're able to communicate openly about what's going on with your feelings and such, either within your family dynamic situation or possibly just with another human being that helps them understand themselves better, right? You're going to be able to help somebody in that way. So that's very nice. The Strength card is where you're blocked, so you're not feeling 100% confident about what's going on. This would be because you might be reliving old past stories about what you could or couldn't do or might not be. And the reality is that you can relive these things without having them tie you down or become part of who you are. Okay, so do your best to not stop yourself from moving through it. You can actually experience this moment and remember this moment from the past, but not have it rule you, okay? Do what you can about that. I know you're blocked from seeing it that way, okay? And I'm sorry about that. We have the 8 of Swords showing that you will be wanting to use your power in this moment to move forward. So when you want to get the boss on your side, you're going to have to, like, you're feeling a little stuck in your power. I'm not surprised with this little shit going on there. But you're indeed going to look at the situation, come up with a plan, and say, okay, this is what I want to do to get away from all this nonsense, and I need your okay. But you have to give, like, 95% you, 5% your boss, okay? And he will sign off on it because it smells like him, okay? I know that sounds a little funny, but it's true. They will appreciate the fact that you've gone to all this trouble to create this awesome thing that actually looks a little bit like them. And they're great. They're okay with it. Because now in the next week over, in the 18th through the 24th, Queen of Pentacles, there's going to be a feminine energy person who likes to get a good deal on money, on everything that they get involved in purchasing. They want to get a good deal. This person is going to be playing a part. They want to get a good deal. So whatever they're doing, they're going to try and shortchange you a little bit. They're going to try and let you know that I'm not going to pay full price for that. So whatever you're doing for them, they're going to try and pay less than they need to, which is a bummer. The King of Swords is blocking you. This can be a gentleman who is quite controlling and rude a bit, and particular about how things go. They're going to be in the mix, and they're going to be like, hey, we did our own math, and this is what we came up with, and da-da-da-da, and la-la-la-la. And you're like, well, you didn't count labor, so nothing is free, and I'm not working for free. So you figured out how much the expenses should be, great, but you didn't figure out what the labor should be, and I'm the only one who can figure that out. So there you go. You're still standing on high ground. He's going to try and block you, but he doesn't mean he's smart, okay? So fight for what you want. Fight for your ideas. This is the Knight of Wands, showing that you're standing up for your ideas, and you're going to get paid properly. It's just a matter of, it's going to be a struggle this week after all. It's such a drag, but there you go. You're going to get what you need out of this situation after all, okay? Final week, the 25th through the 31st, there's the King of Pentacles, a gentleman, another guy who wants to be getting a good bargain, but he also appreciates good things at a good price. So if you have a really high quality item that's hard to find, he'll pay whatever you ask, no matter what, okay? He is that guy. He's kind of a collector of items, so don't worry, it will work in your favor. The Two of Swords is here, showing that there is something about this situation that's making you nervous, and you're blocked technically from being nervous, so that's interesting. So I think your confidence in your product is going to block your ability to be nervous about what's going on with these people. Make sure that the money is real before you hand them the product, okay? Because you don't want to have any problems. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now the Six of Wands is showing that you are going to be able to share your ideas and your thoughts and be appreciated for all that you have and all the knowledge you have. People are going to be like standing around you while you tell the story, and it's going to feel so good for you. Very good, Capricorn. You are coming out and sharing your point of view, and everything is going to be great. I love that. Okay, let's save these cards over here. We will come back to these in other videos so that the overview stands, right? It doesn't change or disappear. It comes back piece by piece. All right, so let's talk about what is going on more in depth for the first week, the 4th through the 10th. This is the Light Seers Tarot. We are going to use it to get more information about this particular week. All right, I want to make sure that everything is going smoothly here. Let's see what's happening. All right, so Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is you being the right person for the job, to take back your power in spite of the fact you're wanting to step away. And like, I don't want to be in charge. I had a bad experience last time, which makes you more. If you had the people who get to be the boss are never the ones who had a perfect record, because if they had a perfect record, they wouldn't be ready for the bumps and the lumps, right? You've had bumps and lumps. Great, perfect. It makes you better prepared for the bumps and lumps than the guy who had a perfect record. Those guys have never seen anything go wrong, so they don't know what to do when it does. Yeeks, right? Perfect record is not a good thing. So the Queen of Wands is here, showing that you have a like-minded feminine energy person, totally down to earth and easygoing, total cheerleader for you, digging your vibe and wanting to help you get going in your direction, so that you have somebody who is supporting you 150%. Because isn't that great? And the Five of Swords shows that you are going to be taking back your power in a situation. You're going to be reclaiming something you maybe delegated to somebody else and saying, all right, okay, I'm going to start taking this one thing back. I'm going to work on this and get this straightened back out before I even worry about anything else. So you're starting on a smaller scale, I think, but the gist is you're going to be stepping up to the plate, and it's going to be great. Okay, cool. Nice. Blockage, the family gathering. Oh, everybody wants to get together and have a good time, and you're like, I would like to, but I don't think I can. This is a lot going on. There's a lot going on. I don't have time for that right now. The Five of Wands. rallying the troops is not going to work out. You can't get anyone to come together and help take care of whatever you got to take care of. So you're really too busy right here, okay? I think you're just really too busy, and you're not really able to manifest anything you want right now. So you're just like, I got to do the work. I got to do this one little thing, and I got to keep doing this one little thing. I don't have time to take off to go be with the family right now. If you guys can take care of yourselves, I'll meet up with you later, but I can't do it now, all right? You do have choices and options. You want to make sure about which ones you're prioritizing. If it doesn't have to do with the dreams and goals, get rid of it. But if it does, and you want to make sure that you're taking care of the ones that are highest priority first, I think that's pretty much what you're working on right now. Is the highest priority problem is right here. So you're working on that right now. And of course, all the other options that you have come up for you, that go toward your dreams and goals, you can put them in your pocket and save them for later, okay? That's good news. Wonderful news. We have a mind meld of some sort. Somebody's listening to you and hearing what you have to say, and they want to hear more. They want to support you in your process. Hey, there she is. She's wanting to support you in your process. She gets what you're putting down. You are of like mind in this moment, and it's getting very good. So you're feeling your oats. You're feeling comfortable in what's going on. That's good news. We love it, love it, love it. So interestingly enough, I think it's two different areas of your life this is happening, because you have a mind meld going on. Things are going really well. And now we have the Seven of Wands, showing that you are needing to separate other people out. Not everybody is like her. So there's a bunch of other folks who aren't quite ready to have you be in charge. So you have to separate them out and explain your plan, and then one by one they'll all fall into place, okay? But it's a process, so you have to talk to them individually because they have individual concerns. And when you get done with their individual concerns, you'll find that they were for nothing. So awesome. They will be on board with whatever you want to do as soon as you convince them, okay? So you'll have a convincing argument. Awesome. Let's get messages from the Cosmic Oracle. Dun, 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 dun. What is going on here? All right. What do we have for you, Capricorn? They flipped it out. All right. We'll take it. I'm not going to argue. Okay. So what we have here is, you're too amazing to follow everyone else. Forge your own path. Excuse me. Hello. You're too awesome to follow everyone else. Forge your own path. Well, yeah. And yeah. And yeah. So, congratulations there, Capricorn. You're being told just exactly how awesome you are. Obviously, don't let it get to your head, but at least know that you're on the right path. You're doing the right things, and everything is great. Okay? You're doing a great job. Perfect. So, we need a pocket full of rocks for you. Okay, let's get those. All right. So we have pyrite, blue apatite, and a black amethyst. All right, everything up top. So this is good news. Blue apatite is about you using your words, and you're using healing words to get things going in the right direction. So obviously this has to do with taking things back from other folks that you're going to use healing words and share how they can help you in the next project, and you're going to get them immediately involved in the next project while you're in the middle of trying to get that little mess figured out. It's all going to work out very nicely, okay? So, very good. You got things going. Well done. Healing words. Yay! Black amethyst is all about you seeing your footprint on the globe, okay? So, it's through your third eye, your sixth chakra. This is, of course, your fifth chakra, your throat. And we want you to hear and see through your third eye every little thing that's going on around you. Pay attention to what visions you're getting, and you'll see how you make a difference in the globe. Okay, this is really a nice vision, and we want you to see it It shows you the ripple effect that you have whenever you touch some part of the world, and that is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Okay? Pyrite. Pyrite is here as a protection. It is a protective stone. It is all chakras all the time, and it will keep you protected from anything negative coming across your path or coming up into your face. So you won't be coming into fisticuffs with anybody if you're carrying pyrite, because nobody will get past you. All right? You need to protect yourself, carry some pyrite. If you're feeling confident and safe, don't worry about it so much. But the message here is you are protected, okay? Cool. What is your mystery card for the day? New life. Well, huzzah. Indeed, I see that for you, all of this stuff, this new power stuff is going on, but you're like, what? It's a new life for you. You haven't experienced this before, but they've asked you to be in charge and take care of things, and you're like, okay, if you say so. And that's part of why you can't see your family right now, but that's okay. You're working on a brand new life. You're birthing something out. It's a big deal. Hang in there, all right? This is cool. I love it that you're creating a new life for yourself, making new things happen. This is beautiful, all right? So this is no small thing that you're just doing a little bit for a minute. It's going to be a whole new thing, okay? Take your time, do it right, all right? So Capricorn, you don't have to carry those rugs if you don't want to. If you want to carry something else, let me know what you got. Communicate with me about all of it, and I would love to have a conversation with you, all right? If you want to talk about the reading itself, I'm here for that as well. If you want to have a private reading, there's a link in the description box below, along with a list of all the decks I'm using, and another list of all the fairs that I go to when I go to them, so that you can check out where I'll be, when I'll be, and come on out to a Renaissance fair, and I will read your cards in person while you're in your beautiful costumes, all right? I really appreciate all of you so much. I do hope you'll like and subscribe to the channel. It helps my little channel grow, and I appreciate the one and the all of you so very much. We'll see you next week for the 11th through the 17th. Thank you.